Yeah, I mean, the Marvels, John, is the latest superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it has become the lowest grossing installment, accumulating $80 million in North America and $197 million dollars globally over 4 weeks. Despite a $220 million budget, Disney anticipates limited revenue in December and sees reporting weekend box office results. The film, slated to run through New Year's, plummeted to 11th place with $2.4 million in its fourth weekend. I'll stop there, John. The article is, it's only four.
Yeah,
it's very short and sweet. But you've got obviously the.
I've got limited time, guys. You've got to give me a break here.
He's got editing. He's got graphics.
Limited time. Give me a fucking break.
As well as a
basically
just job.
Sound test. I'm not doing a good fucking job of it.
And a full-time Harley as well. So sorry,
I'm ripping
you're full-time.
Pickups out of the guitar. I was going to say my bird's head's falling off. That's the sort of tone I try to do with taking pickups out of the guitar. That was my choice on my
God, how are you feeling about this? I'm very disappointed. As much as I wasn't when I first watched Captain Marvel get caught up in this, you remember I rated it.
I liked it.
And I did like it. Like
it says it was mid-tier.
Yeah, probably like The Last Jedi.
I remember writing down the notes for the Last Jedi review in your mother and father's house, Stephen.
Yeah.
I think we were eating, I don't think it was a takeaway, it may have been a roast.
Yeah.
And I was talking very positively. I'm going to go and message Ryan Johnson on Twitter. Let him know. Those hateful people. I've got his back. Fucking prick. And then I watched it again. I'm not going to bother. And I'm glad I didn't message him.
I wouldn't say
tweet him.
I wouldn't say Captain Marvel was the same sort of thing, but I think in terms of I don't know what went wrong. I think they gave something to do with pandemic related here, but
I've not seen it.
Nonsense. It's got nothing to do with that at all. Bob Iger, nothing at all to do with the pandemic.
Bob Iger's the pandemic. Fucking hell, it was 2 years ago.
I know. Get over it.
It ended. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Disney CEO
it's Bob Chapek. That's the problem. You overseen
the film
this.
struggle with pandemic-related production challenges, prompting a re-evaluation of billion-dollar expectations. Don't know about that.
Well, I mean, Stephen, it could be because obviously the pandemic came at that point.
It
Marvel
delayed the sequel. It did.
Well, I mean, we had Black Widow come out on the streaming service.
Yeah.
We did have a delay. Obviously, it impacted Shang-Chi came out and I went and seen that in the theatre.
The one that the Eternals, was it?
Eternals,
yeah, I went to see that.
Spider-Man No Way Home came out after the after the pandemic.
Yeah.
But it could have had an impact, Stephen, because obviously people maybe just now starting to get back in the numbers. They were going to theatres pre-pandemic. And in that little period just after and in the midst of the end stages of the pandemic, people probably weren't going out into the theatres to watch films like they were before.
Yeah.
And that impacts on box office, it impacts on the bottom line of Disney. And when it impacts on the bottom line of Disney, that then impacts on how much money they can continue to spend in other films moving forward. If you keep producing flop after flop after flop, and it's underperforming and just about breaking even, you'll not get confidence from the executive, you've not got confidence from the filmmakers, there's no confidence in the actors, there's no confidence in the entire organisation. I was going to speak about this last week, but Bob Iger is stepping down again at the end of his contract. I think it's in 2 years, 2025 it ends, or 2024, maybe next year. And I was going to speak about it because it's massive, Stephen. It's massive, man, because he stepped down the last time and put Bob Chapek in, and it was a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Just after that, Scarlett Johansson was taking them to court.
Yeah, it's like the train has derailed from that moment, and it's just not got back on track again. And I don't think it ever will, John. Even Deadpool, it does mention here in your article at the end that it's the only release from MCU for 2024. I think that's a wise move. I think they need to step back.
They do.
And take a break. And I felt they should have done it after Endgame. I get the whole Spider-Man No Way Home thing was brewing at the time as well. Not No Way Home.
No Way Home.
The middle one. It was the middle one.
Homecoming.
Sorry, it came right
after. Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah.
That was in production,
In
and obviously with the Sony commitment thing, I get they couldn't just end it. But I think this is the right move now. I think they really need to just take a step back, take a breather, just let everyone miss the MCU for a while, because they've been for the last 13, 14 years now.
It's been constant.
It's just been 2-3 films every year.
Not always though. I think it was more 2014 and beyond, wasn't it? They started to step up. Yeah, seen that comment. Odd time to stream. It's early 5 a.m. here. What I say, really enjoy your videos. Thank you very much, Jayesh. Ready? Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean it's 25 past 11.
Yeah,
PM
I mean
here.
it's late here.
It's late here.
Not for John. It's late. It's
Fucking late.
for everyone else in the UK.
Fair, it is fucking late for me as well, to be fair, Stephen. But yeah, I mean, thank you very much for enjoying the videos.
If we
Appreciate
could,
it.
we would stream live during the day
That'd be great,
if
wouldn't
this
it?
was our jobs. So please spread the word. Get everyone subscribed so we can get 100,000 subscribers.
Just talking about that, Stephen.
Yeah.
I've got about
It's difficult. It's difficult to do this in the UK.
300,000 views in 3 of our last 10, 15 videos, and just fucking 10, 15, 20% of those people hit the subscribe button, and it's not that hard. We'd be over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people's format, John, is when they do the introduction, i.e. me.
Subscribe.
So it's me. I should be doing that at the start rather than at the end, because you catch them at the start.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have the little graphic coming up at the start.
At the start, yeah.
And
we
I
can't.
go
It's easy
blah,
to
blah,
do.
blah, 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 blah. See
I mean,
all the
all I
time,
do
and I
is
don't
move
know.
it.
Yeah, I know you do it at the end, and you do a good job at it. You do a better job than I could. I'll just...
Yeah, I'd rather not say subscribe just now, though, the way that I've got dry mouth. It's going to be sounding like I'm having a fucking stroke. I've actually got...
I'll be like, Dick and Fun with Dick and Jane.
I've got
Statistics.
pallets for... pallets.
If you remember
pastels. That's the word I'm looking for, pastels.
Statistics.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Not been that bad, to be fair. But yeah, I don't want to be saying subscribe. I just thought about that. But I'll do it. It's all good.
Yeah.
But well, Stephen, the Marvel's a fucking disaster, Stephen. Let's be honest. 197 million, shocking for a Marvel film. Terrible. Wasn't that long ago they were all grossing $1 billion. They were laughing at Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It was the black sheep of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, only grossing $400-500 million. They would kill now. They'd give their right or left. You know what? To earn that kind of money just now. But they're not doing it, and it's flop after flop. I think I read something, it's the first time since maybe ever that there's been no $1 billion release from Disney in a calendar year. I think it's like a decade or something.
John, I
They're
just
in a
think
terrible
where
state.
Marvel, obviously the MCU is at the moment, even if they were to release an Avengers film this year, it would not perform well.
Oh.
I think people are burnt out. I think they're missing the older characters. And because what they've done is you're waiting maybe 3-4 years for each sequel now, because there's such an array of characters now. So and maybe Iger has got a point here in terms of the sort of momentum of the Captain Marvel stories. What was it? 2017, 2018 Captain Marvel came out. I can't remember. It was one of our first actual. It was one of our first reactions we did.
Before
wasn't
Infinity
it?
War.
Yeah.
Or Endgame, sorry.
So it was
Because
2018.
the post credits of Infinity War was Nick Cage.
So it was
obviously.
2018 then. So it's 2018. So you're
2018.
talking 5 years.
Yeah.
Between sequels, and you saw what happened with the Man of Steel over at DC because they
Lost
didn't
momentum.
follow up. It just I get that, John. It did lose momentum a little
but
bit
it's down to them.
with not with us. We would go and wait, we'd watch and we'd enjoy, but with ordinary cinema goers that don't really have that much investment in these characters, they're not going to hang around for a sequel. They'll go, was that a sequel? Nah, I've kind of lost interest in that now.
But I think that's an important sort of analogy, whatever comparison you've used there. Wasn't an analogy, a comparison. DC and Marvel are now sort of... Marvel are in the position DC were in 5-6 years ago, where there was just chaos at the executive level, disarray, films being released, underperforming, no real coherent strategy, just try to fling things together, connect all the dots, and forgetting about the actual coherent, self-contained story in each movie. Just miscasting. It's talk of Pedro Pascal being cast as Mr. Fantastic, is it? I think Reed Richards. Poor decisions being made across that organisation. Yeah, can't have a fat Mr. Fantastic.
I laughed.
Not fat.
He's
Pedro
not.
Pascal's not fat at all. If he's fat, then I'm fat. Tell you that right now, because he's better fucking shape than me.
I did laugh at that
I'll
comment.
actually have to see actual picture of his physique. But
Yeah, I think he's just
it's
got a
not fat.
he's got a kind of
Chubby face,
chubby
yeah.
face. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even chubby. It's just kind of rounded.
He's not Ryan Gosling, chiseled, but
Yeah, he's more Ryan Johnson.
he's more Ryan Johnson, a little fat man.
He's not. I'm kidding.
But Stephen, they're in a disastrous spot just now. And they're making decisions that are just poor. And I think Bob Iger's admitted defeat here.
I think
that's why he's staying
I don't
away.
think he should have come back.
He can't even save it, and that's worrying. This guy's wrote books about being successful at business. He can't even save them. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it is superhero fatigue.
I think
could be.
It depends on Deadpool 3 as well. I think
That's just a separate entity, though, Stephen.
But
That's
I think it might give people that sort of, oh, right, yeah, I'm in love with comic book films again. Deadpool 3 had it out the park. I don't know if it will, but we'll just have to see.
JS says the Marvels cost $275 million US to make a 105-minute film. Endgame cost about $350 million for a 3-hour film with an all-star cast. That really shows the execution of the directors and producers. That's when Marvel was at its absolute pomp, though.
Yeah.
That's when everything was going right.
Costa is a fantastic filmmaker.
Yeah, she is.
No doubt about it. But I get what you're saying. I get what JS is saying. But again, that was a build-up of what was it? It was over a decade, wasn't it? It was over a decade worth of storytelling.
2007 to 2019, I want to say.
And it was all these little separate stories
2008.
that weren't related to anything other than just having someone come in at the end or an end screen credit just to connect them.
That's the point,
But
Stephen.
they're overlapping them now. They've got to connect. You're halfway through the film and all this crap, and they didn't have
And
to
it's
do that.
impacting on the film.
The formula changed and it didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, Stephen, I've said it. It's not been the same since Tony Stark and Steve Rogers left.
I like that timing, John.
Yeah, it's not been the same, and ultimately fans are not as engaged with the new characters. I like Simu Liu. I like the guy's an actor. I like him as a man, and I like Shang-Chi. But outside of him, fucking many other characters.